Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. I wanted to go through and map out the price expansion and where I actually believe XRP is going to be headed because we have finally broken out of our year-long downtrend. Many people have been asking about XRP, wondering when I'm going to cover it again, wondering what I actually think is going to be playing out. Is this coin dead, or is the lawsuit going to ultimately finalize and this is going to cause the price to rise? I have a lot of really interesting points to cover. Many weeks since I've talked about this, and now I want to give you guys the full around detail on exactly what I think is going to be playing out moving forward and how you guys that are holding XRP can go about making a lot of profit over the next few months. If you're new and just find this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys go ahead and download my free ebook and beginner's guide to crypto. If you're a new guy and you want extra educational content on how to be more profitable, make better decisions, and understand some of the basics in the market, links are in the description to go ahead and check it out. It's free, not going to cost you anything. And with that being said, let's jump right into this amazing video today. Alrighty guys, so here we are taking a look at XRP. Now I did want to talk about XRP because I am going to be making a little bit of an adjustment inside of my personal portfolio. I figured now would be an excellent time to cover XRP because I have been really starting to at least make those changes. Now, many people are asking me, have you sold any XRP? Have you moved anything around? And the answer to that is no, I have not. I've been holding XRP literally since the bear market of 2018. I started buying XRP right here. This is where I started accumulating my XRP. Back in those days, in 2019, I was poor. I didn't have hardly any money, so it was just whatever I could manage. Any extra money I got, I threw in at the time. And I really kept buying throughout that period. And it was really 2020 where my YouTube channel took off. I started earning money from ad revenue. I was able to also earn money in a couple of other ways. And so I started to accumulate even heavier. And XRP was one of my favorite long-term buys. And I bought this all the way down. My lowest buy was 14 cents, and I continued to accumulate. And I literally continued to accumulate until all the way at the beginning of 2021. When the SEC sued XRP, I actually ended up pulling the trigger and buying a full Bitcoin of XRP at 21 cents. And so I've really believed in XRP more than probably most anybody. You know, there's a lot of people that will say, oh, I'm very bullish on XRP, and then they have like $1,000 in XRP. And while that's fine, if you're somebody that doesn't have a ton of money to throw at the markets, I'm not sitting here saying that you're an idiot or that you're lesser than anybody, because that's not the truth. But what I'm saying is I have a lot of conviction and had a lot of conviction in XRP, enough to throw in large amounts of money continuously over the course of that trend, without ever having been proven right. Now, I'll be honest, guys, and I think that you guys can attest to this as well. For the people that have been buying it, dollar cost averaging, accumulating as long as I have, you will know that the price expansion that we saw in our last cycle was very lackluster. It was very underwhelming. It was crappy. You could have bought almost any other altcoin and it would have outperformed XRP. And so XRP holders kind of got stiffed in this last cycle. Now, do I believe that this is all because of the lawsuit? Yes, I do. If XRP wouldn't have been sued, XRP was taking off and showed the same market structure as Dogecoin, and they both took off together. The difference was, if we come over here and look at Dogecoin from that last cycle, this is where Dogecoin started taking off. This move. And this is what followed shortly after. Now, if you guys remember, at this exact same moment of time for XRP, that was right here. We were doing the exact same thing as Doge for the most part. We started breaking out. But instead of us actually continuing up in this trend, XRP got sued, and then we instantly crashed another 40-50%. And so there is some obvious manipulation that went into play with XRP. I am not somebody that's going to sit here and say, oh, this is manipulation, oh, this is that. Because there's so many people out in the markets that will say that. Anytime something happens that they couldn't understand, anytime they buy something and then the market corrects, everybody will always just yell and say manipulation. I'm not one of those people. I can accept when I'm wrong. I can accept my mistakes inside of the market. But I can tell you guys right now, if you've been following XRP like I have, there is no doubt in anybody's mind that this was 100% manipulation. And it was filed The lawsuit was filed by a guy that had direct ties to Ethereum. And the second that he left the part of his position in the SEC, he joined Ethereum-based companies. So if that doesn't tell you everything that there needs to be known, I don't know what will. And it's all of these factors that really have suppressed the price of XRP. Now, with that being said, do I think that this is going to continue to happen? Is XRP always going to be suppressed? Is it always going to perform lackluster in every cycle? Or are we finally going to see that trend shift? And if it's my opinion, I don't believe the fundamentals of XRP has changed whatsoever. In fact, with the details and the data that's come out on this lawsuit, what it's proven to me is that there is less tangibility around this lawsuit than many of other cryptos that could easily be shut down and sued. XRP, although there is a little bit of an unknowingness, a little gray area when it comes to how they funded Ripple by selling XRP tokens on the market on to people like us and then using that to fund Ripple. The thing about that is the fact that they were so transparent about it. It's not like some of these other cryptos where they come out and they just openly dump on their following and they don't say what's happening. They're just doing it behind closed doors. This has always been the business model of Ripple and XRP. And so I don't necessarily think that it's some major bad thing because there is so much going for XRP. It's kind of gone through and it's went through and done the hard work to basically assure itself that it's not a security. When we look at the likes of Ethereum, you could easily draw the parallel that Ethereum is more of a security than XRP is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that because at the end of the day, both show gray area mysticalness. We can't ever for sure know until the SEC either comes out and loses this case or wins this case. So there's so many unpredictable things. But from my own belief and from what I've read inside of the data and what the data shows me, is that there's not a lot of substance backing up this lawsuit, and I believe Ripple is going to ultimately win this lawsuit. The way it's stacking up is sometime at the end of this year to the early part of 2023 is when we'll get resolution in that, which lines up with the beginning of our next cycle. And I honestly believe the price is actually showing us. The price is starting to break out. Now, let's go through here and remove some of these drawing tools real quick, and let's talk about our recent breakout that we've seen. After this long downtrend that we've been in, XRP topped April of 2021. We've been in over a year and a half of this downtrend. And this downtrend took us all the way back down to pretty much our base support of our last bear market. This 30-cent region has been such an important level for XRP, dating all the way back to our bull run in 2017. It was resistance throughout this period. It acted as support in our bear market of 2018. It acted as resistance once again. After the SEC lawsuit, it flipped it as support. And even though we went for one more high, we never really made a big breakout. It was nothing like we saw amongst other altcoins. And so when we ended up topping in April, we've corrected for this year and a half. And this correction took us all the way back down, smack dab on that same 30-cent region. I don't believe that we're going to break below this region. I believe XRP will have another cycle. Now, a lot of this really, a lot of how it's going to perform has everything to do with the lawsuit and the finalization of this lawsuit. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. I can't tell you exactly what I think is going to happen. I might say that I believe that XRP is going to win, but we don't know until the day comes. I think that there's a lot of fishiness with the lawsuit, which gives me confidence that they're going to win, but we really have no idea. Now, if they win, I think it's very likely that XRP has a massive cycle. At least to the likes of what we saw with Ethereum. You know, Ethereum, it kind of went through this same sort of market structure. Even though it looked different, it had a big cycle after we accumulated at our range lows. You know, Ethereum broke out, and it basically went to the equivalent of about, you know, maybe $8 to $10. And that's where XRP would be if we actually would have followed to the likes of many of our other altcoins that perform well. And so heading into our next cycle, let's assume that the lawsuit doesn't follow through with the SEC. We end up winning that lawsuit for Ripple, and then we don't have all of this negative pressure really coinciding with the price of XRP going down. We end up getting relisted on all of the American exchanges. It creates a lot of buy pressure from retail investors in America, and we finally have what we need in order to see price appreciation. In my opinion, I think it's likely that we would see anywhere from about an $8 to $10 XRP, and it's possible we could go higher. A lot has to do with the fact, what does our next cycle look like? Is our next cycle going to be one where we see massive amounts of mainstream adoption? Is there going to be a lot of retail similar to what we saw maybe back in this 2017 cycle? Because if we're comparing our last cycle, it wasn't nearly as big, it wasn't nearly as parabolic as what we saw in 2017, or even back in 2013 for that matter. And so a lot of factors are going into play with what we're going to see from XRP moving from here. Rule number one is the lawsuit. If we can win the lawsuit, then that sets the stage for a positive cycle moving forward. Now, if we end up having a really parabolic bull cycle, a lot of retail adoption, a lot of mainstream adoption, the news outlets are really picking up and pumping their bags, all of the institution bags are being pumped, then we would expect to see a little bit more of a parabolic cycle than maybe what we saw in the last one. And so in that case, you know, I've always talked about the potential where we could see a $28 XRP. And with our last cycle being so lackluster, it hasn't given me much confidence that we're going to see that. I'm just going to be real with you guys. And so I have really no idea. And I'm not going to sit here inside of this coming cycle and predict price, because it's the silliest thing that you can do. I don't even want to try and predict price because I don't believe that you're going to find any value in me doing that. At the end of the day, when I say a price, most of the time it's just a made up number out of my own ass. And so why would you guys trust that number if I really have no substance backing it? I mean, at the end of the day, I could draw some Fibonacci extensions, and the Fibonacci extension would give us a target from around $8 to $10. And so if I'm going to bet on a price target, I think that it's likely it would hit there. And from where we're at today, you know, you're looking at a great return. You would still make a lot of money. It would be the similar equivalent of buying Ethereum at its cycle low in the last cycle and then selling near $3,000 or $4,000. There is still going to be plenty of opportunity with XRP. And so if you're looking for maybe a safer bet, because I really wouldn't even put XRP inside of that safe bet category. It is a safe bet aside from the lawsuit. That was the problem. Once the lawsuit came into effect, it really put a hindrance onto XRP. And so when I wanted to talk to you guys about this, because what we're seeing is the early stages of a breakout. We broke out of this downtrend. This is a very bullish sign for XRP. And what it tells me is not only have we flipped this 30-cent level, we came back down and retested as support, but after that retest of support, we had some new volume that came in, and we're actually seeing the price breaking out of our long-term downtrend. There is nothing inside of this chart that is bearish right now, and even though it could underperform some of the other altcoins, especially if we still have this lingering lawsuit, the price structure is still bullish. And so if you're holding XRP, I don't think that you should be selling it right now by any means. I will be honest, guys, I am going to be making some changes inside of my portfolio. Now, that is not only secluded to XRP, it's not only going to be some of these other cryptos. I foresee a huge opportunity being the Pulse Chain ecosystem. There's going to be cryptos launching inside of there that are basically starting at $0. Not so much $0, but low market cap, I should say. There is going to be a huge move for upside potential, and I've got a lot of my portfolio positioned in higher market cap coins. In fact, XRP is one of my top 3 biggest investments. Now, because of the lawsuit, and because of too many factors that I can't predict moving forward, I'm going to be taking some of my XRP and I am going to be diversifying it into the Pulse Chain ecosystem. Now, with that being said, I have other long-term cryptos that I've been holding for equally the amount of time as XRP that I'm also going to be looking to re-diversify into Pulse Chain. And so there's going to be some changes that are made inside of my portfolio, but the one thing I want you guys to realize, A, I'm still holding the majority of my XRP. Yes, I will be restructuring a little bit and moving, but that's just simply because of the fact there's too many factors with XRP I can't predict. Even though I still believe that it's going to do well in the next cycle, I can't predict that. I'm not going to try and predict that. And I have a lot of conviction that the Pulse Chain ecosystem is going to do so many multiples over what our high cap cryptos will do, that I just see that it's a disservice to me and it's a disservice to you guys that follow me if I don't at least restructure and look to plays that, in my opinion, are going to outperform. I don't see too many bigger opportunities in Pulse Chain, and that's why I focus so heavy into that. And it's not just Pulse Chain. There's going to be other cryptos that launch inside of that ecosystem. And anytime you're early to a layer 1 crypto, it is oftentimes the very most profitable play that you could do. And so even though I'm going to restructure, the majority of my XRP I'm still going to be holding. Nothing changes there. On top of that, Number two, I'm still holding on to all of my airdrops. I still got my Songbird, I still got my Flare tokens, and anything else that's added into that ecosystem, I will continue to get diversified. I will hold those. I believe in those tokens, and I still believe in the XRP ecosystem. I just, for in this next cycle, want to re-diversify a little bit. And the best way for me to re-diversify is going into Pulse Chain in that ecosystem. And so nothing changes. I'm still bullish on XRP. It's just that I will be doing a little restructuring, and I wanted to give you guys this update as a way to talk about some of this. Now that we've covered some of those things, what I'm doing, you know, my beliefs on what I think of XRP, let's really just get into the price structure itself. Now that we're outside of this resistance, this is looking like a bull flag that's about to be breaking out once again. The price chart of XRP actually looks better in the short term than many other altcoins right now. XRP has actually been leading the way. And so with that being said, it makes me wonder if maybe there's some early whales that already kind of understand the direction that this lawsuit's going to take. And so they're buying right now, waiting for the resolution of that lawsuit, the news to hit the public. And here's the thing, guys. If the price, or I should say, if the news of XRP comes out that they're going to win this lawsuit, and a lot of stuff starts to confirm that narrative, the price of XRP is going to go up a lot. And that's why I'm saying that even though I'm planning on restructuring, Pulse Chain's not even out yet. I haven't sold any XRP. I haven't done anything with my XRP. And I'm especially not doing that right now because the price looks good. This is looking ready for continuation. This is a little bull flag. We just retested our previous resistance. It's now acting as support right here, and we're most likely going to get a run up probably to 86 cents. I would say at the very minimum, we're going to run up to 65 cents. It'll look something like this. I would say we're at least going to run to 65 cents, and I think that at the high end, we could easily run up to the top of this high at about 90 cents. And it would make sense because we've been in this downtrend for over a year and a half. After a downtrend and a breakout of descending resistance, normally that first move can be very quick, very parabolic, and afterwards we would expect to see a deeper type correction. We could see a correction that would be similar to this SEC lawsuit type of thing. Maybe not nearly that deep because this thing actually went lower than the beginning of the move, but we would expect to see a decent sized correction. If we swing up to this level, I would expect something like this to at least come back down and retest our previous highs from that bear market, right? Because we have this resistance level here. And I'm going to go through here and delete all of this stuff so it's easier for you guys to see. But this is kind of the main level that I'm watching for. And if XRP can flip this, this is kind of our big level from that bear market. When we initially started to find support, we bounced off this level, then we fell all the way down to 30 cents. We made this lower high, consolidated right at that same resistance, fell below it. And then this was also a resistance before we started to actually fall to one more final low. And so this has been a very important level. This was also our support right before the SEC sued us. The lawsuit happened here, the price capitulated there, but we were holding off of this level. And that's why I was so confident that we were about to follow Dogecoin and keep going up. And I believe that we would have had the SEC not sued XRP. But we can see that this is still proving to be a very important level. Even inside of our most recent bear market, we bounced off this level. It was support. And so when we capitulated below it, went back down to that 30-cent region, now that we're starting to break out of our descending resistance, we're starting to get back above this level. I think in the short term we could run up to 90 cents, but most likely we're going to end up correcting back down to about this 50-cent region. And as long as we can hold support above this 50-cent region, that confirms a higher high. Not only have we retested our 30-cent region as support, but if we could get a move to 90 cents and back above holding support above 50 cents after a correction, in my opinion, that proves and cements two higher highs in, and that should give people confidence to at least start stepping back in with buyers. Overall, the price chart of XRP doesn't look bearish. It doesn't look like something that's not going to continue to do well. But you guys got to keep in mind, XRP is worth multi-billions in market cap. If the SEC lawsuit doesn't finalize and American citizens aren't able to just go and actively accumulate XRP on their exchanges, there's no way that XRP is going to have that big of a cycle, because now more than ever, these high cap cryptos really rely upon new money coming into the market. When half of your user base gets banned from being able to buy, it really does suppress the price of XRP. And that's why we didn't even see it go anywhere close to breaking an all-time high. It had everything to do with the price suppression. And so going into this next cycle, we have to answer these questions. Are we going to win that lawsuit? If we win the lawsuit, I believe that that changes everything, and we will see XRP do well. If we win the lawsuit, XRP is a dark horse candidate here because it has been suppressed. What XRP is fundamentally is one of the top cryptos. It has some of the most partnerships with some of the biggest companies across the world. And because of that, it's given me nothing but confidence that tells me this will be a crypto that gets mainstream adoption. And I believe that the lawsuit was there to ultimately hinder it so that these people could get the jump on Ethereum, so that they could get a head start on Ethereum, because they knew XRP is legit, XRP will be something in the future, and they don't want to have it competing against Ethereum. Because XRP has always been viewed as kind of the antichrist of crypto, right? It was always the banker's coin. It was always this hated thing. And it still is a banker's coin, but that's always given me more reason on why it's going to do good. And so to see us get sued, to see this stuff happen, it told me that there's actually a lot of hidden value in XRP, and the people that know this are trying to suppress it for a reason. And so if we win this lawsuit, like I think that we will, because of our last cycle being so heavily suppressed, I think that XRP could be one of those huge movers in this next cycle because it had so much suppression. And then when you have all of the floodgates that are lifted, the lawsuit falls through, all the retail investors in America are able to jump in at the same time, it's a recipe for major price expansion. And so I could be wrong on that. Either way, guys, I will be rediversifying some of my position in XRP. It's not just XRP. It's going to be many of my other high-cap cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, vice versa. So there's no reason to get bearish. There's no reason to be upset. It's still going to be part of my portfolio. I just think that there's going to be more undervalued approaches that don't have lingering things like this. Even though I still believe in it long-term, you guys can't ignore the fact that there's a huge looming red flag over XRP. Even if we don't know officially if they're going to lose or win or not, there's still this lingering risk when it comes to buying XRP. And really, the majority of why I'm rediversifying has less to do with the lingering lawsuit, and it has more to do with the market cap. I want to find cryptos that are new to the game, that have no prior market cycles, that have low market cap, because I made way more money investing into some of those early plays in that last cycle than I ever did holding high caps. And so I have a lot of conviction in, well, really guys, I just have a lot of knowledge on crypto. And when I find a crypto that, in my opinion, has value, I've been pretty consistent on being able to nail some of those top movers between Solana, between Phantom, between Terra Luna when it was before the crash. There was many of these top cryptos that I was able to accumulate early on, and I only put, maybe a few $100, maybe a couple $1,000 into it, but they were such big parts of my portfolio just off those small investments that it made me realize, had I have taken a bigger chunk of those high cap cryptos I was holding and diversified into some of those, lesser known, but cryptos that could really be something big in the future, I would have made way more money. And so this next cycle, I'm really trying to reverse a lot of the wrongs, and I'm trying to diversify a little bit of a heavier portion into cryptos that I've got a good feeling on. And the Pulse Chain ecosystem is that crypto that I've got a good feeling on. And there's going to be multiple inside the ecosystem. By rediversifying, it's just me preparing for new opportunities. Nothing's really changed in my long-term portfolio. I still hold the biggest majority in these cryptos. And so if this is valuable to you guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you guys want to join the Discord server, download my free ebook. Links are in the description for that. You guys can also go ahead and follow all the trades that I take. If you want to know how I'm diversifying my XRP, which cryptos I'm going to be moving into inside of the Pulse Chain ecosystem, what other high cap cryptos I'm also going to be rediversifying into, you guys really need to be joining the Discord, because that's the only way you're going to know. I don't talk about the details on YouTube. I talk to you guys about the rough long-term basis of what I'm doing with my portfolio. So if you want to know each and every step, how I'm diversifying, how we're going to be able to qualify for new opportunities inside of Pulse Chain, like airdrops, new cryptos that are coming out, yield farming opportunities, links are in the description for that. Thank you guys so much for the support, and with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.